Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Data Economy Challenge webinar. This is our third in the series. My name is Sheridan Johns. I cover ecosystem and collaborations here at Ocean Protocol, and I'm going to be kind of hosting and guiding you through this session. We have a lot of nice guest speakers lined up for you, and we want to dive in. So I'm going to start with kind of a quick overview, give you the agenda, and then I'm going to pass the floor off to our guest speakers today. So once again, welcome. Great to have you guys here. We're super excited about the Data Economy Challenge. It launched in November, and the final submission is in January. So we're kind of 3 or 4 weeks in, and we still have 3 or 4 more weeks to go, but we're excited about the interest so far. As of today, we have around 370 registrations. So seems to be striking a chord, and we're excited to have organized this webinar for you, so you guys can get a really good taste of, or a good idea about what some of our special ecosystem partners are looking for with respect to their bonus prizes. So after this welcome and intro, we're going to give them the floor, and then we're going to wrap things up at the end just with some reminders and some deadlines for you. So quickly, the Data Economy Challenge, all about Ocean V3, recently launched and has some very exciting features that you'll be able to kind of play around with and build stuff with during the Data Economy Challenge. So data tokens, staking, composability, obviously the compute to data as well, and Ocean Market, as many of you are probably already familiar with already. So to register, we're running this on DevPost. You can see the URL down below here. So hop on over there and register if you haven't already. Here, just a quick overview of the top level prize pool. Lots of tokens to be won, first, second, third place, as well as the community prize and the honorable mentions as well. And then, of course, the bonus prizes, which is what we're going to be diving into today. So these bonus prizes are a chance for you to not only use the Ocean V3 data tokens, but also to leverage partner project technology and really bring those two projects together in a meaningful and creative way. So not only do you have to fulfill kind of the baseline requirements of all submissions, you also have to be eligible for these bonus prizes. You have to also fulfill the requirements for that particular project, whether it be an integration or a DApp. It's all kind of outlined in these bonus prizes, and obviously there's also lots of tokens to be won there as well. So just a quick mention, here are all of our very generous ecosystem sponsors, and we have a few today who we are going to ask to talk about their bonus prize. In particular, we want to get you guys out there updated on what's new with the projects, as well as what they are looking for with respect to the bonus prize submissions, and some tips and resources for you with respect to those bonus prizes. So without any further ado, we're going to go now to our first speaker. Here we will be hearing from Eylon Aviv from DAOstack and Leo Greenberg from DAOstack. So they have a bonus prize, which obviously links DAOstack and Ocean Protocol. And the bonus prize here is 20K Gen tokens, which is about, depending on the current spot price, around 2K USD. So very interesting bonus prize. And with that, I'll kind of hand over the floor to Eylon.
Hi guys. So maybe I'll start with some good news. The prize is worth a bit more than 2K, closer to 2.5K now. But that's just yeah, that's just a nice thing. So yeah, I'm Eylon. We got Lior here as well. very rare, but we're meeting in person. Let me start by sharing my screen. Oh. Where's the share screen? From here. Oh, I think you might need to unshare, maybe? Share it?
Let's see here. Unshare. I believe you should be able to share.
All right. Yeah. So let me quickly start. So yeah, we're very excited about this data challenge. And actually, we've been. Oh, my picture is not showing, Lior. But don't do it. Yeah. So Lior has been working for a while on this concept of data DAOs, and this is a great opportunity to actually get this going and actually create the MVP for a data DAO. And Lior will talk about a few options for that. I'll quickly talk about DAOstack, what we have, and maybe like the latest development, which we call a multi-call scheme. And yeah, I mean, let's get right into it because we don't have much time. So an introduction to DAOstack is that compared to other platforms, what we're looking to tackle is collaboration at scale. So 1,000 people collaborating in a single DAO. And I'll get to that in a second. A kind of feature that we have is non-transferable voting power. So unlike traditional or more common voting power tokens, liquid tokens that can be bought, in DAOstack, reputation has to be earned. And holographic consensus, which is basically a Sybil resistance mechanism for basically making proposals and voting on proposals. And I'll touch on this in a second. So for collaboration at scale, as I said, we're looking at thousands of DAO members participating in a single DAO, and the kind of the will of everyone is being represented. The questions that we are talking about or tackling is how do you align the interest of everyone involved? We're looking at, if you're looking at, let's say, governance protocols that are existing right now, we have, ways to prevent spam. For example, in Uniswap, you need 100,000 tokens in order to make a proposals. And we feel like that's kind of limits the open and decentralized nature of the protocol. Another kind of features that we have is that reputation that's equals voting power is earned and not bought. So you cannot actually buy voting power, which is inherently anti-plutocratic. And what it means is that it creates sort of a sunk cost to ensure long-term alignment. If I earn reputation in a certain DAO, I can't really sell it or give it away. And holographic consensus, which I will touch in, I will give an example in a second. Basically, it adds another prediction layer on top of the voting layer, where people need to put money basically where their mouth is, predict that a proposal will pass. If they predict correctly, then they win some rewards. It's an easy and straightforward spam prevention. It puts attention and proposal filtering to the DAO members, and kind of like a recent thing that we found out, it's scalability. It contributes to scalability because it requires a low number of transactions to actually pass proposals. So let me quickly. Wait, I think I need to reshare. Let me quickly share my screen again. Yes. Yes, this is the correct screen. So, I'll show you kind of like the interface. So in DAOstack, we have plugins, and the DAO can add plugins. Something we've recently added, and we call it a generic scheme multi-call. That's kind of an alias, but it's called just a multi-call, which allows the DAO to call any contract and a series of actions to that contract. And why this is useful, for example, if the DAO wants to trade on Uniswap and it wants to trade, ETH or Ocean tokens and change that into DAOstack tokens, Gen tokens, then it first needs to approve the ERC20 token to spend. then it needs to make a transaction. Then it basically needs to make a transaction to the protocol. So 1 second, MetaMask is obviously very slow, and I will switch to Rinkeby, and I will kind of give an example of what this looks like. Changing networks refreshes everything, of course. And yeah, connect. And so this is like a test proposals. And yeah, here I can add a custom contract. I believe this is the Uniswap router contract. I will choose that specific contract, and in the method, yes, so we have a couple of methods here. And these are all like you could actually save, like once you make a proposal, you can actually save something, one of these features as a template. So for example, here you have swap exact ETH for tokens, and then you choose the amount out, the path, so the address of the token that you want, if you want to send it to a different address, and the deadline, and basically you submit a proposal. And then the DAO votes on it, and it can execute once the DAO approves the proposal. Another thing you can do here is, if you saw, I clicked add another contract, and it added another one of these boxes, and then I can choose the contract again, and then maybe I want to swap it back, so swap from a token to ETH, and then do it once back again. Then this proposal will actually switch from ETH to the token, and then back from the token to what I defined here. So that's that. This is very inspired for those who have used Gnosis Safe. It's inspired by the Gnosis Safe and kind of like the transaction builder. And this makes the DAO super versatile. It can interact with almost any contract. And yeah, this is the major recent development that we have. I will show, this makes me like switch, like stopping to share in each time. Trying to share a different tab. All right, so maybe I won't share it. I'm trying to. Yeah, it's not letting me share my entire screen. It only lets me share tabs. So this is, I just want to show you an example of what like a filled DAO looks like. And this is the DAO. As you can see, there are currently many proposals, and they're each in a different state. This is an example of the holographic consensus. In order to filter proposals, people need to stake on the proposal that it will pass. As they stake, the proposal basically moves up in the UI, and the consensus mechanism changes from absolute majority to relative majority. This is especially good from scalability purposes, because it allows you to pass proposals with only 3 transactions. So make the proposal, stake on the proposal, and vote on the proposal. And as long as the entire DAO kind of agrees on this proposal, then no one else needs to vote, and you can pass proposals with minimum transactions to the Ethereum blockchain. So that's that. Also, there's possibilities to deploy on XDAI, etc. So that's that, and let me pass it on to Lior.
Does it show the presentation?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Do you guys see the screen?
No, you need to share again.
No, it's not showing the screen at this time.
We're meeting in person, guys. I know you guys are jealous.
It looks like a few feet separation now.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so thanks, Eylon. So we have like only a couple of minutes, so just to connect what Eylon presented about DAOstack and how this relates to the Ocean protocol and the data economy challenge. So basically, what we believe that Ocean by itself brings a lot of innovation in the ability to monetize around data and sell and buy data sets. What we think is that data by itself, its nature allows people to collaborate at scale. So we are looking to merge the decentralized governance, the capabilities that the DAOstack protocol brings with incentive mechanism and the permissionless data marketplace of Ocean. We think about it as Uniswap for capital. So a DAO based on DAOstack, or for that sense, can do the same for data. The ability of pulling a data asset from a lot of small contribution into something meaningful. This is exactly what we want to build with the combination and integration between DAOstack and Ocean Protocol. And this is basically allowing a lot of innovation around the creation of data sets and the sale of those. And we can, of course, elaborate, but due to the time, we just give a bit of examples. So a few examples we listed here are things that are related and are already needed in the marketplace of Ocean as of today. As an example, Curation DAO, we can look at the different data tokens that already exist and the need to filter out data sets that are not valuable or being spam. So think about a DAO that curate those, and the community is the one proposing and voting which one is legitimate and which one is not. Token curation registry is another example which is similar. A list of Uniswap tokens that are listed on Uniswap could be managed by a DAO and let the community decide what is good and what is bad. Being more specific, we can think about ideas for developing reputation distribution tools based on how you contribute to the creation or the development of a data set. So think about the evolution of a data set from contributing the data and then adding more layers of value, like annotating data, cleaning it up. So this can be managed with tools that let contributors get reputation, or in other words, voting power in the DAO, and get rewarded by that. And like Eylon showed, so the tools that we offer with the multi-generic scheme allow a very simple integration between Ocean Market, Balancer Pool, and the DAOstack proxy contract. So this is basically it. I think the opportunities are big. We will be happy to hear from people with idea or questions in our Discord channel or Telegram channel, and we'll post them later on for anyone, or you can just connect directly with me or Eylon at Lior or Eylon at DAOstack.io. So I think that's it, and we are out of time. Thank you very much for the opportunity, and looking forward to see everything.
So thanks, guys. Maybe you guys can stick around for a couple of questions. That was very insightful, and I appreciate that. I'm sure the audience does as well. There's one question from my end, and then it looks like there's a few questions that dropped into the question thread. What resources, or where would you point people to go? Obviously, there is a Discord channel through Ocean Protocol, and also there's a separate subthread for the Data Economy Challenge. But is there a place where they can go to connect with you directly? What would you recommend people to do for that?
So maybe I'll just share. There's a public Telegram channel that I can share.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna enable the chat. Maybe you can just drop it in there. I had the chat disabled, so you could drop it in there for the viewers. Great, thank you.
Yes, and so this is kind of like the general community, and for the developer chat, let me send it a second. This is the developer chat, and like we have a nice community there that helps with DAO design and structuring of incentives and stuff like that. So super helpful. Feel free to join these two Telegram chats and either tag me or Lira.
Super great. Thank you for that. There's a few questions that might be a little bit more specific. There seems to be someone who's a DApp developer and is interested in having DAOstack integrated into their DApp, and is certainly looking for some guidance on how to do that. Maybe that would be good for them to reach out to you on one of these links that you just shared. It looks like that could be a good way for them to continue that discussion. There's also another question here about connecting about mentors, giving directions on the project. So it looks like there's a lot of people who are interested and would like to connect with you guys. So I think that for further discussions would be a good place to go.
Yeah, so we will open a dedicated Telegram group for this challenge and have everybody. We post it in 2 minutes here in the chat, and then everybody can join, and we can use that as a place for people to get any information they need.
Great. Well, Eylon and Leonard, thank you very much. Leo, thank you, both you guys, for joining us today and presenting DAOstack and the bonus prizes for the Data Economy Challenge.